We could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive, where we got you all the details in the Sanjay Raut case. Over to Abhishek for live and breaking.
Thank you so much, Shawan. Sanjay Raut's saga is going to continue for a while with 4 days of custody, now with the Enforcement Directorate and a lot of money trail to come out. But let's go back to 6:30 p.m. live and breaking with these headlines. Over for Raut. ED News Titans. Raut now sent to custody for 4 days in the 1,000 crore scam. Raided for over 14 hours, grilled for over 6. Sent to ED custody for 4 days as ED ups the ante against Raut. Republic Conference Sanjay Raut on Patra Chal scam. He evades our questions again.
4 दिन की रिमांड है, 4 दिन की रिमांड. कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आप? पत्राचौल scam.
From sponsored foreign trips to monthly transactions, ED makes massive charges against Sanjay Raut. Republic accesses exclusive letter to ED where key witness in Patra Chal scam case alleges being threatened by Raut family. Exclusive ED document on Sanjay Raut access alleges Sanjay Raut gave rupees 36 lakhs for purchase of land in Alibag. And Raut arrested in 1,000 crore scam, but Uddhav backs his man, says proud of him. And big setback to Pawan Khera and company. Delhi High Court says Smriti's daughter does not own a bar. There is no license in her name. A massive fire at Jabalpur Hospital. Mayor claims 10 reported dead. Rescue operations underway. FIR now doused. Delhi High Court has cleared the name of Smriti Irani's daughter. In fact, in clear words has said that Union Minister Smriti Irani's daughter does not run a bar. This pertains to the allegations made by the Congress last week against Smriti's daughter, following which the Union Minister had moved the court. The Delhi High Court on Friday had issued summons to Congress leaders Jairam Ramesh, Pawan Khera and Neta D'Souza over defamatory content posted by them. The High Court had also directed the Congress leaders to remove defamatory social media posts directed at Irani and her family within 24 hours. Now that the court order copy is with us, let's go to Ridham Anand Bharadwaj, our executive editor, Legal Affairs and Governance. Ridham, what are the details of the Delhi High Court order which spelled trouble for the Congress party and those leaders who had addressed the press conference making charges against Smriti Irani's daughter?
Absolutely, Abhishek. This is a big blow for Jairam Ramesh, Pawan Khera, Neta D'Souza, who had that press conference after this order that has been uploaded today. The order came earlier, much earlier, on 29th of July. But today, when the order has been uploaded, we get to know the great details that single judge Justice Mini Pushkarna has written in it, where she writes these were slanderous allegations made against the plaintiff. There's a grave injury caused to her reputation, and has also directed an interim injunction to remove the allegations, and she's also directed YouTube and Facebook to remove them. But the big picture today that is coming from these particular pictures and the 28-page order that we have just accessed on Republic TV is that the court has gone into every detail that was given earlier and has now stated that the balance of convenience lies with Smriti Irani. Also, they've noted that this was done to defame her, keeping in mind that she's an esteemed member of the Union Ministry. It's important and imperative, they say, to protect the reputation of an individual who's a respected member of society.
Ridham, also one more question before I let you go. How is this going to influence or impact the subsequent proceedings in the defamation case that the Union Minister has filed against these Congress leaders?
Well, it's most interesting, Abhishek, that now they will have to come to the court. They being the other side, the Congress leaders, Pawan Khera, will have to explain to the court how his tweet was not defamatory, which is going to be very different and difficult to do because the court has already prima facie given out an order restraining them. They've given out details about the defamatory content, which I don't want to go into, but they've also said the retweet cannot be done. What I appreciate most about the High Court order is they've gone into details of the case law and said reputation cannot allowed to be crucified at the altar of others and their rights to free speech. So keeping that in mind, the court says, after having seen the various documents are there before us and pursuing them, we believe that whatever was said by Pawan Khera, by Jairam Ramesh and Neta D'Souza is in the nature of slander and seems to be bogus with malicious intent only to garner the highest amount of viewership, thereby intentionally subjecting the plaintiff, that is Smriti Irani, to great public ridicule.
Right. My final question, Rhythm. In fact, the court order says that neither there is any license in the name of Smriti Irani's daughter, nor the show cause notice that was issued by the Excise Department in Goa was in the name of the daughter. So essentially, all locus of Congress party's press conference falls flat. They don't have any legs to stand on.
Absolutely. And when Jairam Ramesh comes out in a tweet saying that the defamatory content will not be taken down, then their task only becomes that more difficult, Abhishek, because they're going against the orders of the Honorable High Court. We also need to remember this is a direction which is very strong given by the single judge bench of the Delhi High Court, because they've also said that all the social media platforms have been directed in 24 hours to remove the defamatory content. I think it's prima facie in a defamation case, the court has to see whether goodwill has been besmirched, whether a prima facie case is made out, whether balance of convenience. These are certain legal terminologies used only in defamation cases, and they've said the balance of convenience lies in favor of Smriti Irani, and they've also noted that she being a union minister, her respect is being hampered. There's a damage that's being done with these malicious contents, and I think the court has gone to the very butt of the matter when they say that this is a case in which we are going to see that no one will go ahead and say anything because there is malicious intent. So I think when you understand that there is mala fide, Abhishek, the Congress leaders will find it very difficult to answer it. Pawan Khera, Jairam Ramesh, Neta D'Souza in a soup where they'll have to explain themselves.
Right. Thank you so much, Rhythm, for joining us and giving us those details from the court order, which is now out in public domain. Delhi High Court making it amply clear that there are no grounds based on which the Congress leaders and the party could have made those charges, which they did in that press conference, thus defaming the union minister and her family, particularly her daughter. And now, of course, the civil and criminal defamation proceedings, which have been initiated by Smriti Irani, are all set to continue, with the Delhi High Court summoning these Congress leaders on August 18th. On that note, we will take a short